Okay, let's do the test honestly. Question 1. I prefer to do things on my own rather than with others. Well, I don't like masturbating, and that's on my own. I'd much rather have sex than masturbate. So that's with someone else. I'd rather eat with someone else. So long as they say nice things about the food. I don't like people telling me what to do. So if people are telling me what to do, then I'd rather do it by myself. If I get to tell them what to do, then I'll do things with others. So what would I say on this? Prefer to do things on my own rather with others. Prefer to do things. I'm trying to, because let's answer it really honestly. I prefer to do things on my own. Now, what do I like to do on my own? I like to cook alone. Or do I? Well, I'd probably never cook if I didn't need to. I'm only cooking because I want the nice food. If I had someone to make it for me every day, I wouldn't cook. I'm spending too long on each question, aren't I? Prefer to do things on my own. Is it disagree? What do I like to do on my own? I don't really like my own company. I don't really do too well on my own. As much as that's hard to accept. But that's the truth. If I did well on my own, I probably wouldn't have got married and had 3 kids. Or rather, had 3 kids and then got married. Is it disagree? I read on my own. I meditate on my own. Read on my own. Can't really say I like it, it's just something I do. I prefer to do things on my own. No. No. Because I'm not used to being honest with myself. Definitely doing things. Meditating is not doing things. Sleeping is not doing things. Reading is doing things. I definitely disagree with that. I don't like doing things, really. Don't know what I like doing. I like having sex. That's not really doing things, though. That's not doing a thing. Person isn't a thing. I prefer to do things on my own rather than with others. What things do I do and what things do I prefer to do on my own? Shopping, so I can buy whatever I want. So it really comes down to, I can't answer this accurately, because if I have the opportunity to do things with someone I like, I would rather do things with them. There aren't many people I like. Except my wife and kids. And Phi. Phi. Prefer to do things on my own rather than with others. Rather than with others. What do I see if I can see myself doing things? Do I see them do? Do I see myself doing things with other people or alone? I see myself walking with Cam and the kids, eating with Cam and the kids. Going on holiday with Cam and the kids. Yeah. Disagree. Definitely disagree. Unless I'm feeling reflective. That's why I kept putting the camera there. That's why the video makes no sense. Why put it on video if you like doing it on your own? Then film by yourself. Do it alone. Alone would be without the camera. The camera is the company. So disagree. I prefer doing things the same way, for instance, my morning routine or trip to the supermarket. That sounds a bit boring. I find myself becoming strongly absorbed in something, even obsessional. Now that I would definitely agree with. I am very sensitive to noise and wear earplugs to cover my ears in certain situations. I'm sensitive to noise. And sometimes I do. Yeah, very sensitive. I'm sensitive to noise, but I don't think that's probably not an autistic trait. That's because I'm just so traumatized. So any little thing I jump. So I will slightly agree with that. Sometimes people say I am being rude, even though I think I'm being polite. Slightly agree with that, but probably narcissism more than autism. Though it could be, I don't know. I find it easy to imagine what characters from a book might look like. Don't read books with characters in them. I hate non-fiction. Sorry, I hate fiction. What was that, Freudian slip? I hate non-fiction. Well, I live in a bit of a fantasy world. But I can't get on with fiction books. But it doesn't say it's a fictional book, does it? I find it easy to imagine what characters from a book might look like. Okay. When I read Harry Potter, do I find it easy to imagine what characters from a book might look like? Well, yeah, actually, because I have dreams where it's like a vivid imagination and images come to me quite easily. Well, actually, no, I misperceive how people would look like. Because I remember, I don't know, is that, yeah, I don't think I imagine how characters in a book, imagine what characters. Don't read books where you would need to imagine the character. So I disagree. I find it easy to talk in groups of people. That depends. If I'm feeling confident. If I'm feeling happy, if I'm feeling confident, yeah, slightly agree. I am more interested in finding out about things than people. No. What are things? Things. If I'm going to buy something, I want to find out about it. So I know the best thing to buy. Don't really need every detail though. Just get the most expensive. Definitely disagree. I find numbers, dates, and strings of information fascinating. Definitely disagree. I mean, no, I look for some serendipity in things like, oh, that date I did that, that date I did that. If it's not the number or the date or the string of information that's fascinating, it's because what did I do on that day? What was I? How does that day link with another day that I had? It's how it's significant to me. So I would say slightly disagree because it's kind of yes but no. In terms of fascinating for the sake of the number of the date or the strings of information, actually, no, because I don't find them fascinating. It's not the number or the date or the string of information. It's if it was about me. So disagree. I prefer non-fiction books and films to fiction. I prefer non-fiction books and films to fiction. Non-fiction books. Well, this is the thing. I prefer non-fiction books, but fictional films. Overall, Simpsons, comedy, non-fiction films. So I like, what is a non-fiction film? Film that's based on something that actually happened. How many films do you get that are like that? Most films are a fantasy. And some are based. I like ones based on true story actually. Non-fiction. But would non-fiction be a documentary? No. Would non-fiction be non-fiction mean it didn't happen? Congratulations. Prefer non-fiction books and films to fiction. World of make-believe. Oh no, I love the Terminator films and all of that. And the Joker. But I hated the Harry Potter books. Wait, I'm getting confused between fiction. Yeah, Harry Potter is fiction. Non-fiction books and films. No, because I like religious books. And some could say many of them are fictional. It's a matter of personal opinion. I prefer non-fiction books and films to fiction. Definitely disagree. I find it upsetting if my daily routine is upset or changed. I don't have a daily routine. Just do whatever I feel like doing. But I do get upset if it's changed. If I'm inconvenienced. Do I find upsetting if my daily routine is upset or changed? Slightly agree. My routine of doing whatever the fuck I want. If people get in the way of that, then I do agree. I'd say definitely agree. Depends on what it's upset for. If I was upset for something important, I slightly agree. It's difficult for me to understand other people's facial expression and body language. No, I'm probably too sensitive to people's facial expression and body language. I suppose I block it. No, yeah, Granny would say that Dad blocks it out, but actually she blocks it out. She blocks it out. It's difficult for me to It's difficult for me to understand other people's facial expression and body language. No, I disagree with that. Disagree. But not always, because I'll put slightly disagree. I don't have any problems making small talk with new people. No, I do have a problem with that. Because it's, oh no, fuck that. I do have problems with that. It's like, unless you've got something important to talk to me, don't talk to me. I don't want you asking me how I am. I don't want to know how you are. I don't even want a hello. I don't want a goodbye. I just want to get in the car, drive and drop me off and actually get to the right place rather than drive past it. I notice very small changes in person appearance. I notice big changes, like if someone's wearing a padded bra with 4 sizes extra. I would disagree. When I was young, I used to play lots of Let's Pretend or imaginary games. Do I remember doing that? Well, we used to do the cleaning lady and the cleaning boy, me and my sister, but she started that game. So that was her. When I was young, I used to play lots of Let's Pretend or imaginary games. No, I just used to mess around. Get people to copy me. What were the games I used to play? I didn't play bloody fucking games. Play video games. When I was young, I used to play... What were the games I used to play? Shitting in the bath. That was a fun game. Basically, every game was to get a reaction. So, no, it wasn't imaginary games. They were real games. Played real games. Pour soap on bees. Squeeze soap onto bees so they couldn't fly away. Because I wanted to fly away, so why should they get to fly away? When I was young, I used to play lots of imaginary games. Definitely disagree. I like collecting information about things I am interested in. I like collecting the things. I don't like collecting the information about it. So I disagree. I like meeting new people. Do I like meeting new people? If, it's a big if, big if. If I like them, then I like meeting them. I don't know if I like them till I meet them. From my experience, most people I don't like. So, it's an if. It's more... Fuck it, you know what, it's disagree. I can't... Well, it's like... Is it the mood I'm in at the moment? If I'm in a good mood... Do I like meeting new people? Generally, no. When have I ever liked meeting new people? Then again... No, I do like meeting you. Do I like meeting new people? Yeah, I do. But then I'm not very good at maintaining friendships with them. So then it leaves me hurt and wondering whether to keep. I like meeting new people. But after a while, I tend to not like them. Or they don't like me. So do I like meeting new people? Yes and no. Why do I have to even think about this? Do I like meeting new people? I need a break from this right now. I like meeting new people. Do you know what? If I'm in a good mood, why not? If I'm in a good mood and they're interesting enough to talk to, and I can gain some information, useful information, then why not? People close to me say I talk about the same things repeatedly. I used to talk about The Simpsons over and over again. So, but nowadays, do people say I talk about the same things repeatedly? Nowadays, not really. I find it easy to work out what people are thinking or feeling just by looking at their facial expressions too much. So, yeah, I can work out what they're thinking. Yeah. Block it out, I guess, because I'm so wounded. But yeah, I can agree with that. New social situations make me feel anxious. Yes, because I'm still an anxious person. New social situations, yeah, I would agree with that. It's important to me to carefully plan any activities I'm going to do. Fuck that. I find it hard to work out what other people's intentions are. No, I know what people are doing. That's why it's so fucking annoying. I would find it really hard to play imaginary games with children. No, I wouldn't, because I've done that already. Pretending I'm pretending I'm kind of like... I wasn't pretending. Pretending I can't see them. They hit my head. Pretending I can't see them. So... Oh God, that doesn't sound good, does it? But it was only as a game. And they were getting all excited by it. So, I disagree. I am a good diplomat and can help ease difficult social and work situations. Definitely disagree. I am often the last person to understand the joke. I don't really like jokes. I'll laugh. Well, actually, I'll watch comedy. I don't mind watching comedians. But I'm not interested in just ordinary people trying to be funny. And that's really irritating. Am I often the last person to understand a joke? Well, sometimes, yeah, because I'm not listening to the person telling the joke. As I said, I can't be bothered with ordinary people trying to be funny. So, fuck that. So I would say, am I the last person to understand a joke? Sometimes, because I haven't listened, so I would slightly agree. I like doing things spontaneously. Yeah, I'm pretty impulsive. If I am interrupted doing something, I find it hard to get back to what I was doing beforehand. Yeah, I don't like people disturb me when I'm doing something. I do find it hard to get back to what I was doing. I get too distracted. Yeah. I notice patterns and I know the patterns and people's behaviour. So, except not always the patterns in my own behaviour though. So I would slightly agree. I have some strong interests and get upset if I can't pursue them. What are my strong interests? I don't even have any strong interests really. So I would have to slightly disagree in case I get some strong interests. I can tell if someone I am talking to is easily bored. Yep, and it's very painful. Sometimes I miss it. Slightly agree. Probably not autistic. Okay, 12. Oh, what's going on here now? I can go back again after it. I prefer two things in my own. Disagree.